Today we're speedrunning Baldi's Basics, a game where a bald guy tries to murder us since we're not good at math problems. To start out, we're going to the first notebook. We can enter in a 2, then a 4, and a 6, and he's actually going to be proud of us for once in his life. But don't worry, that proud feeling will not last very long, because as soon as we get to the second notebook, it's actually going to be impossible to complete. We will be able to get the first 2 questions, make that a 0, then a 4, but the third one, as you see, is just gibberish, and you also see that every single question we get wrong, he's going to get angrier. Now, one thing I should mention at the beginning of the speedrun is this is actually a post commentary, and that's because for this game you really have to listen to sound cues, which you can't really do while commentating. And Baldi can also hear sound cues, so things like opening the doors, getting through the notebooks, everything like that he's going to hear, and if he hears something, he's going towards it. There's also going to be other characters we have to avoid as well, and the biggest one is probably going to be the principal, who anytime he sees you running in the halls, he's going to put you in detention for 15 seconds. So we really do not want to see the principal. He has ruined way too many of my runs, and that's going to be the guy I'm looking out for the most. You can hear that his sound cue is going to be him whistling, and so far we haven't seen him yet, so that's pretty good. And now what you also see is me dealing with my stamina. Now stamina, it does not last that long, and that's how long we can sprint. So especially when you're getting chased by Baldi, you really want to make sure that you don't have to rely on stamina, and instead you can rely on your items. So far I've picked up the soda and the safety scissors. One will help us with Baldi, the other will help us with the jump roping person, which I'll show you a bit later, but that is going to be our 5th notebook, so we're doing pretty well. And what we're going to do at this point is go into the cafeteria. We also saw Baldi in the window for like just a second. That was terrifying. But we're going to head over here. We're going to grab this energy bar, which that's going to make us have full stamina. And it's also going to make us have stamina for a really long time. And we can use that stamina to get away from Baldi. Because at this point, he is very fast. We've missed a bunch of his math questions. So I want to make sure everything goes well. We can head into this door where there's going to be the world is big, class is dismissed. Yeah, Baldi is getting more and more sad with every question we don't solve. You kind of feel bad for him, but then you realize he's also trying to murder you, so maybe you shouldn't feel bad for him. Anyways, we will see that Baldi is right through this hallway. By the way, I'm able to look behind me by just pressing spacebar, so I will use that to make sure Baldi doesn't get too close. But I'm going to wait here for just a second, allow Baldi to get pretty close before using one of our sodas. What that's going to do is push him all the way back to the end of the hall, which gives us plenty of time to go and get this notebook, and that's going to be notebook number 7. Now we can head out here. You can hear there are some interesting voices going on, but we're not going to worry about that, and we will try to go out the first exit, but we're not able to. And that's because to actually exit the school, you have to go to all 4 exits one at a time. And yeah, we have the most efficient way of doing so, and we're also going to use our other soda right there to push back Baldi again. That's going to push him all the way back to the end of the hall, and that was a really long hallway, so we shouldn't really have to deal with him for the rest of the run. At this point, the thing we're really worried about is going to be the principal, as well as everybody else who's going to try to murder us. But here we can head down this hallway. We will see the little girl trying to play jump rope with us. Thankfully, she turned the corner. And then there's also going to be the hug robot. I just barely was able to make it by him. What he does is push you all the way down the hallway. So that would have been really bad. We might have gotten pushed into Baldi, but thankfully we were able to stop ourselves using the lockers. So that was really nice. We also finally see the principal. I wasn't sprinting though, and the hug bot did push me. I thought that was going to ruin the run because I thought the principal would be mad for sprinting, but thankfully I guess he didn't notice. And we're finally able to make it right to the end of the speed run, and there we go. Congratulations. And a time of 4:05, which is going to give us 32nd place on speedrun.com. And yeah, subscribe if you enjoyed.